Gather round, Kaijus. It's your boy, Kaiju Kong. It's like I took a shit there. It's your boy, Kaiju Kong, aka 2K. Emerging this time from society, as you can see, to bring you some more Sigma. So sustenance. Alright guys, today I'm going to be expanding upon this term that subscribers have asked me to expand upon, called street smarts. Now, this concept of street smarts is something that I've mentioned in a couple of my previous videos. So what is street smarts? Street smarts is basically being wise in the street, being wise in tough situations in urban environments or in all situations. This is the thing that James Bond has. This is the thing that Jason Bourne has. All these people, they can read social cues. They know how to appear strong, when to appear weak, when to disappear, when to appear, how to adjust yourself to every single situation, how to confront people or not confront people, how to message people or how to not message people. All of these things are components of this idea of street smarts. Now, I believe firmly that Sigma males, especially as they mature and they are adventurous, they are exploring the world, you do increase your street smart. So the more mature you are as a Sigma male, the more street smarts you have, so to speak. Now, there is a difference between IQ, many of you know about IQ, which is intellectual quotient, and EQ, which is emotional quotient. Now, I believe that EQ gets you farther in life than IQ does. If you look at it on the male archetypes of the hierarchy, IQ is normally possessed by gamma males, also alpha males, but mostly gamma males, and then delta males. But EQ is mostly possessed by alpha males and sigma males. Ironically, those who do well in the hierarchy possess mostly EQ compared to IQ. But that doesn't take away from the fact that alpha males and sigma males are also high, generally, on the scale of IQ. Now, I heard about this thing that was pretty funny when I heard it, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty true. Someone told me that in school, university, in school, educational establishments, school is basically a place where A students, professors, teach B students how to work for C students. Now, this is the correlation. Just because you get the best grades in school, just because you are the magna cum laude, the summa cum laude, or the valedictorian of your class, does not mean that you are set for life. So those of you guys who have been failing in school, those of you guys who have gotten C's, B's, or not on the top class or not on the dean's list, don't worry. If you make the right choices now, if you build upon your EQ and your street smarts, you're going to get much farther than the bastards who got higher in school, because they just focus on their EQ. They just focus on school. School is just one hierarchy. Remember, school, when you win that hierarchy, there is a gap, which is getting a job. And then the job is yet another hierarchy. The entry from this hierarchy, which is school, to that new hierarchy, which is a job, the entry requirement is a certificate. That's all you need. Whether you're A, B, C, as long as you passed and as long as you get that certificate. Of course, there are different, if you want to get into university, if you want to get into medicine, if you want to get into engineering, all of those things where the academic requirements are required or are important, then do focus on your studies, my friend. That is also EQ, knowing where to put your effort, knowing if this effort that I do is going to get me the results that I have. And if the results, I can get the results with the same amount of effort, like 20% of the effort, and still get the same results as that guy who's putting in 80% of the effort, then just go with 20. That is also being street smart, knowing where to put your effort. So let me get back to the point. The entry requirement from school, hierarchy 1 to hierarchy 2, which is a job, is the academic certification. So, bing, once you get the academic certification, you get a job. Whatever you did in school, however good you were, however much you won in school, does not determine your success at work. Because at work, it's a totally different hierarchy. The results are different. You're not called to memorize things. You're called to make money for the organization. And that's one thing where schools are failing. Since when in school do they teach you how to make money, how to save, how to invest, how to work on yourself, how to speak, how to communicate with people? Never. They just talk about, what is the capital of Zimbabwe? I mean, never in my life has anyone I passed through or in the interview, they're like, tell me about yourself. And you tell them about yourself. And then in the end, so the last question of this interview is, we want to make sure you are paying attention in school. What is the capital of Zimbabwe? Never in their life have they asked me what the capital of Zimbabwe is, or what is the fulcrum from here to there, or what is the volume of a sphere if the diameter from the center to the thing is 34 centimeters. All that is bullshit, guys. Having street smarts and EQ is knowing where to put your effort, as I have said. So if you are a Sigma male in school, having street smarts is exactly that. You hustle on the side because as a Sigma male, you want to earn your freedom. And having a job is ultimately not freedom. Freedom is being your own employer. Ideally, entrepreneurship or something where you own your own trade, so to speak. You're your own boss. That is the best job for a Sigma male. And in school, basically they teach you not to be your own boss, but to be bossed around. That is what they teach you in school. And a Sigma male with high EQ knows this. That's why I just went along with the motions of school to get the certificate. I competed like an alpha, yes, I did the best that I could. I'm not lazy. I have the discipline, I have the integrity. Because I know if I'm underperforming. But the way that I underperformed in school, I made up for in terms of sports, in terms of social dynamics, in terms of other projects that I got into. And because you build yourself on all fronts, that is how you become a jack of all trades and a master of almost all of them. And as a Sigma male, you cannot have any weak spots. You have to be a jack of all trades, because once you have a weakness and you need someone to help you, you're not really a lone wolf. It's like you're a lone wolf hunting the grounds, right? And then all of a sudden you see a fox and you're like, oh shit, I don't know how to deal with a fox. Oh, can you help me? Can you help me? You're not really a lone wolf, my friend. You're a lone wolf like a label stuck on your chest. My name is Lone Wolf, but are you really Lone Wolf? I don't think so. Look, here I am recording in a restaurant. Now how in the world do someone record in a restaurant with nobody bothering him? That takes high EQ. I'm not going to tell you how I'm doing this, but anyway. And you can only build street smarts if you are adventurous enough to explore the world. Street smarts is not something that you read up on the internet. You can read up, yes, documents, articles, but the ultimate street smart is something that is inside you. It's innate. It's like muscle memory. When you see like something, you know the answer. When you see this, instantly you know how to interact and how to react to situations. How do you build that? You have to be adventurous. You have to really explore the world. You have to get out there. And that's why a Sigma male, he is an explorer. He's an adventurer. He's a rebel. He goes out in the world. He's not afraid. He's not cooped up at home. Not like a chicken. Now, being about this chicken, let me tell you this story. A group of researchers wanted to see who's going to be more alpha, depending on the environment. So, they looked at a coop of chickens, a farm of chickens, and they saw there was an alpha chicken, an alpha rooster. So the alpha rooster in a farmed chicken coop, right? And then they took another chicken, a male chick, and let it grow out in the wild. Made sure it survived to grow up into a rooster, but out in the wild. And then get this. What happened was, as they grew up, and that rooster from the wild fended for itself, knew how to survive, knew how to get its own food, knew how to deal with the predators, knew the elements. It was not sheltered. It had to survive by itself, had to make up its own solutions for the problems and challenges that it faced. When they put that chicken in the coop, it over-alphaed that alpha chicken, that alpha rooster in the coop. The alpha rooster looked at this wild chicken and said, oh shit, you know, this one, he has more muscles than me. He knows how to react better than me. Because that chicken in the coop, it's just like deltas. It's just like majority of the people in the society. They don't even know how to get their own food. They don't even know how to grow a simple tomato. They don't even know how to grow a ginger. They don't even know how to grow potatoes. Most of them don't even know how to cook. They get their food from McDonald's. They get their food from ready-made dinners on the supermarket. And these guys on the top of the hierarchy, they're just making money out of you guys. A true Sigma male is someone who knows how to hunt. That's why when this COVID came, and everyone was rushing to the supermarkets getting stupid toilet paper for I do not know what reason, COVID did not make you get the tissue paper. The media did. Remember that. And if you follow what the media tell you all the time, you're a sheep. So if you are street smart and you have IEQ, you know when you're being led astray. You know when the times are not right. You know when you're being a sucker. Or you know when people want you to be a sucker and you refuse to be a sucker. Or if you be a sucker, you pretend to be a sucker because in the long run, you're getting something out of it. So the same thing. That chicken that rooster who grew up in the coop, when they swapped him, so the wild rooster went into the coop over alpha that farmed rooster, and the farmed rooster, when he went onto the wilderness, what happened? He died. Because when he was out there, he was like, oh,
it's 10 in the morning, where's my corn? It's 10 in the morning, where's my corn?
Does not matter, guys. He was focused on the routine. He was like many of us, where's the supermarket? Where is the health insurance? Where is my parents to buy me my food? Where are my parents to cook me my food? It's okay if you live with your parents, but you have to realize that at a certain point in time, you have to leave and grow your own wings. It is not easy. But ultimately, to build street smarts, you have to get out in the wild. You have to test yourself. Now, why am I talking about this? Because I grew up in a third world country. I grew up in the Philippines. In the Philippines, Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, all of these are third world countries. Now I'm in a first world country, in Portugal. And life is very easy. It's like playing a game on tutorial level every single day. I can go out at night with my phone dangling out my back pocket, and nobody's gonna stab me in the back with an ice pick because of it. Now I understand, because these people have mouths to feed, and your phone is gonna allow them to provide for their family 1 month food's worth. So if they stab you in the back, of course the means with which they get the money is not right, but the intentions are correct. So I pity them. And also street smarts that you see. Let me tell you a tip. If someone wants to mug you, or someone asks you for your wallet, you throw it behind them. You throw it at them, over them. Because that's what you say, okay, I will give you my money, but then please, here it is. So they're going to run that way. They're not going to come at you. So when they go that way, you run away. And if someone tells you to give them everything, give them everything. Is your phone worth your life? Is your wallet worth your life? Is your credit card worth your life? No. Unless of course you're a useless piece of shit with nobody depending on you and you don't have any meaning in life. Then you might consider. But ultimately, guys, I'm just kidding. Ultimately, if you're watching this, you have a bright future planned ahead of you. So do develop your street smarts, my friends. And if you have any specific questions, you may ask them on the comment section below, because there's so many things about street smarts that I can talk about, but does not fit in this video. This video is just to talk about the importance of street smarts and a brief introduction into it for those of you who are not knowledgeable on the topic, and why street smarts is something for the Sigma soul. Street smarts, Sigma soul, allows you to stay strong. So if you like this message, guys, do like the video and comment your thoughts, comment your questions. I really want to know what you guys want to hear about, want advice about, so we develop ourselves as lone wolves in the world. I know many of you listening to this have a dream, have a passion, have something in this head that you want to manifest in the world. I'm gonna act like a big brother to you guys. Many of the people in this world, they're selfish. They keep the knowledge to themselves, but I believe that we can grow together. Of course, it's not really selfish. I am selfish that I get views, I get a little bit of money. It's not even like substantial money per day, but I get money from the ads that you guys watch. But at the same time, you are provided with the value that I have from my head. So it's give and take. We win all together. It's not like I'm keeping that's why you have to share your value. When you share your value, you get value in return somehow. Good karma. So that's it, guys. If you have not already, do subscribe to the channel. If you're a lone wolf, consider subscribing and joining me on this path. So, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for watching. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, you my bro. You my bro. This is Kaiju Kong signing off. Stay strong and take care.